Just as you want us to hold our neighborhoods accountable, we need you to hold yourselves accountable. You can't hold our neighborhoods accountable if you're not holding yourselves accountable. Because if we hold ourselves accountable, we move with equity. You don't hold yourself accountable. Walter Wallace! Just like I'm not saying all of you are, I'm also saying all of us are. So give us the same cordial respect that you want us to give them. We're not here to hate. I can't speak on someone that might flip you a middle finger. That's just them feeling how they feel, and I can't tell them to feel how they feel. I can't tell someone how they feel. It is what it is. It's a human reaction. It's natural. It's human nature to reject. It's something you don't understand. Every time I come out,
I came down from New York City because I heard the people in the streets angry because the police had just murdered a black man. That's what I heard, and it seems like that is a true report. It seems like y'all are here because you are saying this has to stop. Police get away with murdering black people.
Exactly, they gotta do what they gotta do. Okay.
I'm calm there, fuck that. Y'all gonna see. Fuck the feds. They swear they was making money. It's over. It's over. That's like it's over.
I'm sorry. I'm a so into it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
He's telling you we're going to go to court and try to get as many votes thrown out from places where black people and brown people and indigenous people and even young people live. He's telling you I don't want to put another fascist on the Supreme Court so if I can get the election to the man, I can win the only election that matters, those 9 judges. Just because the people won't vote for me, I think those 9 judges can do it. This is what we're up against in this world. So when the thief is in the process of the robbery, do we wait and see if he succeeds in the robbery before we act on it? We act now. And what that means is being out in the streets. That's why I helped co-found Refuse Fascism. That's why Refuse Fascism is out in the streets.
Who are you streaming for?
That's why Refuse
Who do you stream for? Oh, okay. Where out of?
Berlin.
Oh, cool.
Also, check out our statement. White supremacy plus vote stealing and voter intimidation equals fascism. Trump is out now defending the right to vote. Because if we don't
whatever I want, and y'all stand with me?
You know killed my son.
I've never seen no shit like this in my life. We need y'all. We need you. We need you. We need everybody. We need all of y'all. And y'all doing this. This is not right. My son is 20. My son is 20 years old, yo. So sad. These freaking precious ass cops. Killing all our black kids, our black boys. And y'all standing like with these people that's doing this. What's wrong with y'all? We don't even want to call the cops anymore. We don't even call the cops anymore.
Hell no.
But we're thinking that y'all gonna murder our black kids. Y'all so much, right? This mother called an ambulance for her kid. She called a fucking ambulance. And the police officer shot him. 2 police officers shot him.
They could have gave a warning shot.
We could have given Taser.
A fucking butter knife. I used a butter knife yesterday. I used a butter knife yesterday. Cooking. It couldn't even cut nothing.
A warning shot.
And while I was using the butter knife, I'm thinking to myself like, well, damn. A freaking butter knife? He lied about having a taser? He couldn't use a taser? He couldn't use a freaking taser, y'all? And you're standing with this man? You standing with this man? That's what you're doing? You standing with this man? Look me in my eye. Look me in my eye. You standing with this man, right? That's what you're doing? Look me in my eye. Take them shades off.
Right now, while this woman is
Take
pulling
them
her fucking
shades
heart
off.
out.
Take them
Pulling her
shades
heart out to you.
off.
You can be stone cold, but you don't have to. So you got to train him to stay cool like that.
Take them shades off and look me in my eye. Are you standing with this man?
Passion?
Are you standing with this man?
At least. I hope you're hearing something.
Are you standing with this man?
Talking people about their feelings. I have no education to do that.
We need you out here. You understand? Stop standing with these criminals. Stop doing it. Stop it. We don't have nobody. Nobody is going to respect y'all. The people are going to hurt y'all out here. Do you understand that? People is gonna murder y'all out here if y'all don't stop this shit. These black cops standing against these treacherous ass people? What the fuck? These black cops, you standing with this white man, and I don't even know disrespect. I promise y'all that's all I say. I promise y'all. But this black, you are standing against this, standing with this man? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay, y'all
What the
can
fuck is
protest and
wrong
walk
with
out
you?
too. Y'all can protest
What
and
is
walk
wrong
out too and
with
still
you,
get
black
paid.
man? Do you
Y'all
know
can.
who you are?
That's justice.
Do you know who you are?
That's justice. Saying that
You are
your side
lost.
was wrong. Saying that your side escalated this
Black
problem.
people are lost. We don't know who we are.
Y'all can do that.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't know who the fuck y'all are. We are the mother of all human fucking race. Do you understand that? And the one for us, nobody else can see it. do that. I'm not gonna shed light on what's really going on. I really know what the fuck is going on. Okay? I know what's going on. Okay? I have that light around my freaking head. I'm not even gonna go there. But these black men are so wrong. They killing a lot of people. They was doing this since the Bible. Okay? They did black Jesus the same way. In the Bible it said, if you're for me, my people is going to suffer like me. Because we are his people. We are the chosen one. You understand that? They've been doing this since day one. They've been doing this since day one. Kill all the black boys in the Bible, remember? Killing Jesus. They're doing it now. All the black men, they're killing all of us, yo. They're killing all of us. And they will never get rid of us. They don't understand why they're killing so many people. And yet we still fucking rise. Yet we still rise. Do you know who we are, sir? Do you know who we are? You don't know. I know you know. Do you know who we are? I'm sick of sitting in my freaking bed watching this shit on the news. You understand? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Stop standing up to these men that hurt us like this. People is gonna murder y'all in the fucking streets. But all your kids, you got kids, right? You ain't gonna be there for your kids if y'all don't stop this shit. These people are getting fed up. You think all they gonna probably do is loot and do all that and damage properties? You think they gonna get tired of that? What else you think they gonna do? That's what.
Here, sis.
Everything y'all wished on that war. Y'all get it sooner or later.
Boss man came over because it got a little too real for you.
always around you, aren't
Yes.
I, man? I'm sorry, man.
You stand with them. You's a piece of shit. As long as you stand with these nut-ass people. At the end of the day, as long as you wear that badge, you're a piece of shit. As long as you wear that badge. As long as you wear that badge. You ain't shit. You're a cool. You fucking Uncle Tom. You're an Uncle Tom at the end of the day. That's it. That's all.
You standing beside a white man, not a black man, dickhead.
Run you over with the bike. I seen that. They ain't say excuse me. Like I was. That's right.
Racism means we got to fight back. Racism means racism means racism means racism means racism
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. No peace. 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 Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. system. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system.
Like, there's constantly those things, it's like, no, you're volunteer fucking thing. Like, you know, just like so, like,
sorry.
Wanted to murder that man. He came there to murder that man. That's why we don't need no motherfucking pigs. Period. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. We don't need no pigs. No pig zone. No cop zone. This is a no-cop zone. We want to be safe. We want to be safe, so we need the cops to go. We want to be safe. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. We don't need no pigs. We don't need no motherfucking cops. Get the fuck out. know what it's like to see a mother cry over the loss of her child after a situation like that? Do you know what that's like? People here, you have people that you love. We all have people that we love. I have people who I love to the core. I have people who I love more than I love my own life. That's the love of a mother. That is the love of a mother. To sit and watch her son be gunned down when he needed help. And now they're trying to drag that family. They're trying to drag that family while they're trying to pull together sympathy for those pigs that killed their son, their father, their husband. We will not have it. We will not have it. Are we going to take that shit? No. Are we going to take that? No. And I'm going to tell you what we told the Wallace family. And we say it here so anybody can hear us. We are here for them. And if they need us, they call us and we will squad up. And if that's not your position, you're really not welcome here. Okay? If you do not take that position, then you are not welcome here. We don't need motherfuckers for a march. Okay? We need people who will stand and deliver when strength and true solidarity is needed.
Yes, yes. One thing I want to say, real quick. This is a very important moment in time. As members of the Black Philly Radical Collective, right? Which is an organization of other organizations here in Philadelphia that have been fighting against police terror, not only just this year, but for many years. Right? We know that police terror in Philadelphia isn't a new story, is that right? Yeah. We know that, right? The killing of Walter Wallace Jr. occurred 3 blocks from the MOVE bombing. I'm gonna say it again, because maybe y'all didn't follow that. On 61st and Osage, on May 13, 1985, the city of Philadelphia dropped a bomb on a home, killing 11 men, women, and children, burnt down 61 homes, and displaced over 250 people in the neighborhood. Until this day, none of those officers have ever been convicted of anything. Till this day. And just a month ago, 2 months ago in May, we recognized the 35-year anniversary of that bombing. Guess who got arrested and sent to prison as a result of the MOVE bombing? Only our dear sister, Ramona Africa. How about that?
Fuck that shit.
So that happens 3 blocks from where Walter Wallace Jr. was killed. We just watched the film on Monday through the Philadelphia Film Festival called 40 Years a Prisoner, talking about the 40 years that Mike Africa Jr.'s parents served as members of the MOVE 9, first arrested in 1978. The Rizzo administration. And if you don't know the legacy of Rizzo in Philadelphia, the barbarism, the evil, the white supremacy, he said out of his own mouth that his cops could beat Cuba out of his own mouth. This is the 70s, family. So the legacy of police terrorism has always been clear for black people. We've known it, We've experienced it, we've seen it, and damn it, we're tired. So when our family, George Floyd, when our family, Breonna Taylor, when our family, Tony McDade, when our family, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the names, lost their lives, Elijah McClain, right? Lost their names. We said in the spirit of unity, this can no longer be a fractious, siloed process. This has to be a unified process. If you are a black organization doing excellent work in West Philly, damn it, let's get on board. If you are a black organization doing great work in Germantown, damn it, let's get on board. If you're down North Philly or Strawberry Mansion, damn it, let's get on board. If you're down South Philly, down Tasker, or down Paseo, damn it, get on board. If you're in the Northeast even, for all my Cotton Avenue folks, all my Adams Avenue folks, damn it, get on board. If you're in Southwest, get on board. Huh? This is serious business right now. Our lives are under attack and have been since we've been here in this country. We've been warred on and warred upon for who knows how long. We've been fighting, we've been marching, we've been walking, we've been building, we've been strategizing, organizing, mobilizing, but we've said the time is now to embrace that ancestral obligation. Y'all didn't hear me on that. It's okay. See, when we have libations, family, and we call on certain names to enter into a space, that's not fun and games. When we pour water to the earth and introduce Malcolm X, Ida B. Wells, Ella Baker, Fannie Lou Hamer, Mama Harriet Tubman, they've been arrested. They did their job, and they in the realm of the ancestors. And we pour that water and call them out to a space. You're asking them to do work on behalf of you. So don't you dare ever again pour water for our resting ancestors and pull them into some BS. So when George Floyd happened, we formed a collective, but more importantly, we laid down demands. Everybody say, defund the police! Defund the police! Defund the police! Abolish the police! Abolish the police! Some of y'all got a little quiet on the second one.
No, abolish the niggas, period.
Huh? Some of y'all got a little more quiet. I get it though. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. But we understand also that we have 13 other demands that we lay out to the people. I didn't say one, I didn't say 10, 13. And this is our position as a community, representing several organizations, several community groups, and several neighborhoods that came together to say, we cannot exist in Philadelphia like this any longer. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? So I'm gonna let my sister give off those demands so that we're all informed and you can take it back to your own neighborhoods, because the most important day of today, we're gonna rally, we're gonna build, we're gonna communicate, we're gonna share social media, we're gonna type, we're gonna write, we're gonna share on our independent media. But the most important day of today is tomorrow. Because we're all gonna leave here and we're gonna marinate on what was said today. We're gonna think about what was shared today. We're gonna process and have conversations and deliberate dialogue with our roommates, with our neighbors, with our family, our siblings, our parents, and think through how do I implement these ideas into my own life, into my own work, and into my day-to-day operation. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? All right.
When I say fists up, you say fight back. Fists up! Fight back! 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 We are in Malcolm X Park. We in Malcolm X Park, so if you are in Malcolm X Park, you better bring some Malcolm X energy.
By any means.
I said if you in Malcolm X Park, you better bring some Malcolm X energy. Now I'm gonna read the demands of the Black Philly Radical Collective, but before I do that, I wanna make sure you heard Brother Gabe. On Monday, when we found out that the Philadelphia police murdered our brother, Walter Wallace Jr., who needed care, and instead got 14 shots in front of his mother, in front of his community. We were at a film screening of a documentary that's coming out that all of you should watch called 40 Years a Prisoner. It tells the story of what happened on August 8th, 1978. If you are a resident of the city of Philadelphia, if you are in this space, you better know what happened on August 8th, 1978. We watched the story of how the Philadelphia police targeted the MOVE organization. We were actually sitting right next to Mike and Debbie Africa, who are two members of the MOVE 9. If you don't know who the MOVE 9 and you are living in the city of Philadelphia, you better Google it. Google it right now. We were sitting right next to Mike Jr., who was born in prison because of what happened on August 8th, 1978. And let me tell you something. The protests, the demands of the MOVE organization of 1978 is the same exact shit that we're fighting about in October 2020. I don't think y'all are hearing me. The same exact racist, white supremacist, capitalist system that kills black people, that robs us of our freedom, that they were fighting for in 1978, we are still fighting for in 2020. Do you appreciate that? Do you hear me? So, know that when we are talking about abolishing the police, it is because we have seen that this system, this policing, is incapable of reforming itself. On Monday night, how many of you came out here on Monday night and Tuesday night? Right here on Monday night and Tuesday night. Raise your hand if you came out here. We came out here because the police killed Walter Wallace Jr. And what happened? The police chased us, hunted us. We watched community members get beaten down by the police. We watched police vans, police cars drive through the crowd, not caring if they hit anybody. This narrative of looting is bullshit. Let me tell you that right now. Because what we see every time we take to the streets is that the police are the ones who escalate violence. It's the police who bring violence. All we are doing is trying to live, trying to defend ourselves, trying to protect our freedom. And we have been saying it for years. The system is not broken, it's working. Right. The system is not broken, it's working. Right. And if the system is working, if it requires black people to be killed, then we need to uproot this system and build something else. That's right. Now, the reason why we came up up with these 13 demands is because we realize that we are so programmed that we don't even have a vision of what a world without police can look like. But we want you to know that it is possible. It is possible in the city of Philadelphia to not have police kill Black people, for our communities to be safe. So I want you to listen. I want you to listen to the demands. I want you to sit with the demands. We want you to think with the demands. We want you to get on board with the demands. Because we have been saying this shit for years. We've been out here since May, June, July, August, September, and here we are still in October. So if you didn't hear us in May, hear us now. You ready? You ready? I said, are you ready? Let's be clear. There is no compromising on these demands. We will stay in these streets until our demands are met. Say it with me. Demand one. Demand one. We demand an authentic defunding of the police budget. Once the uprising started in May, the mayor's office, the city council, they tried to act like they were responding to what we were out in the streets for. They tried to act like they were defunding the police. They said they removed $30 million from a $750 million budget, and they expect us to be grateful. Nope. When in fact, all they did is shift the money from one pot to another pot. We demand an authentic defunding of the police budget. Say demand two. Demand two. Immediately cease the criminalization of Black resistance. Is our sacred, righteous right. We have a duty to fight for our freedom, and we will not allow our resistance to be criminalized. Say demand three. Demand three. We want an immediate and permanent removal of all symbols of state violence. You saw that they removed Frank Rizzo's statue after people were demanding that shit for years. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. You saw that they boarded up the Columbus statue. Finally. But guess what? Wilson Good, the man who allowed the police to drop a bomb on 6221 Osage Avenue, he has a street still dedicated to him up the street. We demand a removal of all symbols of state violence. Now. Immediately. No good. Say demand four. Demand four. We want an immediate and permanent release of Mumia Abu-Jamal, Russell Faroon Schultz, Major Tillery, and all Black political prisoners. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? They were fighting just like we're fighting. They have been fighting for us, and they are still fighting for us behind the walls. This system took our freedom fighters, took our best soldiers, and guess what? They can take us too. We saw on Wednesday they took our brother Ann Smith, and we say release all political prisoners and no more political prisoners. Free Ann! 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 Demand five. Say demand five. Demand five. We want an immediate release of all vulnerable individuals in prison. Yes. What are we talking about? Despite the fact that we are in these streets, there is still a pandemic. And we are willing to risk our lives because we recognize that fighting, standing up against this system is worth the risk. But we have members of our community who have pre-existing conditions, who are medically vulnerable. They cannot socially distance in a prison cell. And so we demand that all of our vulnerable prisoners are immediately released. Say demand 6.
Demand 6.
We want a swift firing of killer cops. A swift firing. We don't want a trial to determine whether or not they can stay on the force. We want them gone. You see, they still haven't told us who killed Walter Wallace. Say, who killed Walter Wallace?
Who killed Walter Wallace?
Who killed Walter Wallace?
Who killed Walter
We
Wallace?
want the names.
We want the name.
We want the names.
We want the names.
And we want those killer cops fired.
At least.
At the very least.
Just to fucking start.
Say demand 7.
Demand 7.
We want to abolish the Fraternal Order of Police, the FOP, and the Police Advisory Committee. The FOP presents itself as a labor union, but all they do is protect killer cops. And we want them gone. We want them gone. Say abolish the FOP.
Abolish the FOP.
Say demand 8.
Demand 8.
End the military occupation of the black community.
Now. No cops going.
On May 31st, we saw our beloved communities turned into occupied territory. We saw the National Guard. We saw military tanks. We saw tear gassing on 676, but also right here on 52nd Street.
Right.
And after apologizing up and down, telling us they don't know how it happened, just this week they did the same exact shit.
Same shit.
So we are saying end the occupation, the military occupation of the black community now.
Now. Say now. Now.
Now! Say demand 9.
Demand 9.
We want protection for Black Philadelphia. We have a right to defend ourselves.
That's right.
What you saw out here in the streets on Monday and Tuesday was black communities defending ourselves. You saw earlier this summer in South Philadelphia, white folks were allowed to walk around with AK-47s, ratchets, steel bats. They could do whatever they want. But all they have for black people is batons and tanks and tear gas and a bullet. We demand our right, we assert our right to defend ourselves. Who protects us?
We protect us.
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 Say demand 10.
Demand 10.
We want an end to all carceral systems. Because guess what?
It don't work.
The police and the prison are two sides of the same coin. And we know that Philadelphia is one of the most over-policed, over-incarcerated cities in America. We know that between probation, between cash bail, between warrants, between paroles, between immigration, we have a noose around our collective necks. And we want an end, we want the abolition of the police and all carceral systems that deny black freedom, our right to live. Now, say demand 11.
Demand 11.
We demand a disbanding of all private police departments. Because guess what? Guess what? It's not just Philadelphia police that we are fighting. On 52nd Street, guess who else came? Penn Police,
Right.
Drexel Police,
Right.
SEPTA Police,
Right.
PHA Police.
Right.
We want them all of them. Now here's the part that people don't understand. we are not just talking about destroying, dismantling, abolishing systems. We are also talking about placing them with the support that our communities actually need. So say demand 12. Fund, fuck 12, fuck 12, fuck 12, but demand 12. Fund communities and not cops. Hey. We want that $750 million in our schools, in our communities, in our businesses, in our healthcare. We don't want it with the cops. No. And finally, say demand 13. Demand 13. Economic justice now. What we talking about is reparations, y'all. Since black people stepped foot on these shores, we have been enslaved, we have been Jim Crow, we have been mass incarcerated, we have been exploited, and there is no end, there is no justice without a repaying of the debt to black people, to black Philadelphia, to black America in this country. And around the world. And around the world. I hope you heard what we had to say. We are the Black Philly Radical Collective. That is Philly for Real Justice, Black Lives Matter Philly. That is the Black and Brown Workers Cooperative. That is the Human Rights Coalition. That is the Abolitionist Law Center. That is Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. That is the MOVE organization. That is Mobilization for Mumia. And that is the campaign to bring Mumia home. So repeat after me. No justice. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice. No peace. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice. No peace. No peace. Abolish the police. And if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, burn it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, burn it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Said if we don't get it, burn it down. Put your fist up, fight back. Fist up, fight back. Put your fist up, fight back. Fist up, fight back. All right, now we're gonna hear from my good brother, Mike Africa Jr. of the MOVE organization.
I'll be bringing up on the mic. You heard our sister say to our brother, and I'm not saying, I ain't saying anything that he hasn't said many times before in public spaces in person himself. His parents went to prison as members of the Move 9 in August 1978. He's born, his mama had him in prison September of 78. His parents didn't come home until 40 years later. A campaign that this system and government tried to dismantle, tried to destroy, tried to end. They told this brother that he was never going to see his parents again in person, or behind a glass screen, or just via a phone call. But it took the streets. It took petitions. It took shutting down. It took having uncomfortable conversations. It took letters. It took trips to the prison itself, jail. It took hardcore organizing in good times and in bad times. But in June of 2018, his mama came home. If that's not a victory that you understand, you might not understand how powerful that is. He turns 40 years of age that year. It took him to see 40 years of age until he saw his mama outside. Swallow that for a little bit. The following month, October 2018, the work continues and his daddy comes home.
Hey!
Mind you, these are individuals who the governor, senators, other officials told us, that we found out, said, you know what? We believe they shouldn't have been in prison in the first place. They told him that. Damn it, you're too late. Because you should have said that in 1978. So we're gonna bring up our brother because he got so much things to say. The Move Nana home, Debbie Africa is home, Mike Africa Sr. is home, Eddie Africa is home, Janine Africa is home, Chuck Africa is home. Because of the ongoing work, Delbert Africa came home, but he passed away, but he still saw his 6 months of freedom. So with that being said, y'all, this is not only a comrade, this is the epitome of family right here. So I want y'all to embrace them with y'all fists up and say as loud as y'all can, on the move,
On the move!
on the move,
On the move!
Mike Africa Jr., y'all.
Mike gets on the microphone. We just want to make sure people understand one of the reasons why came to Malcolm X Park, why there was a stage when you got here. Because Black Lives Matter Philly, Philadelphia Student Union, Philly Black Student Association, as I plan to see, came together. We recently partnered with this good brother, Ryan. We just recently met him with this good brother, Ryan. Yeah. In order to love on our Black youth. So, yeah, y'all wanna love on our Black youth? Because y'all know Ayanna Stanley Jones, who was 7 years old, sleeping on her grandmother's couch in Detroit when pigs burst into her house and shot her in her head. We know Tamir Rice. Both of them would have turned 18 this year if they had not been taken from our community. Every year we do an event called Ayanna's Dreams, where we celebrate Ayanna Stanley Jones and our children and our babies, and we remember that we love our Black men, and it kills us when our Black men are murdered. But we also need to remember and uplift our Black women and our Black babies, our Black trans families. And so we have annually, around May 16th, the date that Ayanna Stanley Jones was murdered, had an event, some sort of remembrance that we call Ayanna's Dreams. But this year, we wanted to do something else in addition to that, to honor the fact that they would have turned 18, and also recognizing that our 18-year-olds and our youth this year in general, within the context of COVID, within the context of rebellion, have had a difficult year, and they need the love that they deserve. So, we're going to hear from a few more people who will be speaking, but we want you all to understand that this Black Lives Matter event that is here to love on Black youth, that is Black-centered, will be beginning. And the spirit of this event is love and joy and celebration of our youth and healing. And so we need you in your bodies, in your minds, and in your spirits to embody that. We need to transition that energy because we are not willing to allow anything to interrupt this moment of love and healing for our children. That said, I want you to put your hands together in the way that my good and beautiful and beloved brother Mike Africa deserves while he comes here to give you some words for your soul.
On the move!
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 Ramona Africa says, we say on the move because that's what we mean. We are on the move. We are on the move to rise up and fight against this oppressive government. We are on the move to rise up and resist this police tyranny. Today, when this event started, there was a lack of communication and there was a lot of distress within the community. And I know a lot of you seen it. And see, what's happening is this government has successfully found a way to create dissension amongst the people. And what people need to do is recognize that we only have one enemy. And that enemy is the enemy that sent those police to 61st and Locust and shot Walter Wallace Jr. That enemy is that same enemy that 35 years ago sent a helicopter to our house just a few blocks away from 61st and Locust on Osage Avenue. They flew that helicopter over our house and hovered and dropped a bomb. And when that bomb exploded and ignited a fire, the police let the fire burn. That fire burned and incinerated 11 people, men, women, and 5 children. That bomb burned down 61 homes. It left 250 people homeless. The same system that dropped that bomb and killed those people is the same system that 7 years earlier went to my family's home, raided the home, led by a racist mayor, Frank Rizzo, and took 9 people to prison, including my mother, my father. And as Gabe said, I was born in prison. And ever since I was given the information as a young teenager, I've been resisting. I've been a revolutionary. As long as I can remember what the word revolution means, because I understand that the same system that did that to our family is the same system that slaughtered the Native Americans into virtual extinction. It is the same system that brought Africans to this country in chains. It is the same system that killed George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. And it is that same system that people must rise up, come together, and fight as one. Because until we fight together as one, we are going to continue to have these incidents where our people are shot down in the street and we get no justice. What we have seen throughout this year is the power of the people rise like we have never seen before. And the reason the police have these helicopters out here and these buses around filled with police on the corners, they are trying to undo the work that we have done. They are sending provocateurs into our movements to disrupt our movements and create all of this other stuff that is anti-revolution, that is counter-revolution. They're trying to disrupt the work that we're doing. But we must be smarter than that. We must understand the importance of strategic revolution. John Africa said, move ain't talking about changing governments.
replacing one corrupt dictator and slaver for another. MOVE is talking about doing away with all forms of external government and replacing it with the government of self. Because it is only self and the people in your families and communities that you can build with to create proper change. But this system that has you choosing the lesser of two evils, what kind of saying is that that will motivate any sane person to support the lesser of two evils? You have both of them that are admittedly poison. Why would we choose either? In the city of Philadelphia, you do not get a more clear example of police terror in modern times than the government dropping a bomb on our family. They dropped a bomb in 1985. We remember they dropped a bomb in Tulsa, Oklahoma too. And they did that because these people were doing something that is so threatening to the system, which is learning how to work together and extracting ourselves and our resources from and using it to support our own. The system cares about nothing more than eliminating those that are working to be self-sufficient. When you are working to be self-sufficient and not supporting the system, that's when they will come and try to disrupt and they will bomb you to stop. And that is why you should know that that is exactly what we should be doing. We must work and honor the demands of the Black Philly Radical Collective. One of our demands is to free political prisoners. These people, this government, this system, these police want to arrest people and create more political prisoners so that the work that we're doing can be disrupted, and the energy that we're harnessing, they're trying to divert that energy so that we're fighting for our political prisoners and not fighting to get the work that we've been doing done. But see, what they don't understand is that we have the power, the insight, and the strategic mental power to do both. And we are going to use that power to free our political prisoners the same way we freed my mother and my father after 40 years in prison that this political system did not want to free. They did not want to release, but the pressure from the people forced them to do that. We got a lot of people free, and we're going to continue in that movement. We need to free Mumia Abu Jamal, who has been in prison since 1981. And we need to free all of our other brothers and sisters, and we need to work together strategically so that we do not fall into the trap of allowing these people to create more political prisoners. I'm so happy to see all these people here today united for one goal, and that is the goal of progress. I'm happy to see everybody here. I want people to continue to do the work that we need to do to make the changes. And I talked to Walter Wallace Sr. today, and he told me, directly to me, he said, I want it to be a revolution so that my son did not die in vain.
All right.
And we are here to honor his wish. Say, long live revolution!
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 Down with this rotten ass system. On
Down
the
with
move.
this rotten ass system. I just want you all to understand something. In case you don't know the moment you're in, this is a moment that is going to be seared into history. And there are individuals who are going to be remembered for what they've done and for what they've gone through. And the Move family is amongst those who will always be remembered, both for what they've gone through, but also for what they have done for revolution. And Mike Africa Jr. is one of those individuals. You need to know and understand who you have here, who stands here and fights with us and fights for us, and has yet to give up. And even when his family came home, did not stop, was not satisfied, continues to fight on. And another individual who similarly will be remembered for their fight, for their spirit, for their compassion, for their unwillingness to give up, for the way that they always show up with love and power and determination, is Anthony Smith. And for anybody who doesn't know who Anthony Smith is, if you've ever walked through these streets and you've ever had a chant and you like that motherfucker in the front leading the fuck out of that chant, that motherfucker was Anthony Smith. If you ever had some shit going down and you needed somebody that you could turn to, who you knew was going to absolutely be there, would not leave your side until you was together, you would pray and dream you knew somebody like Anthony Smith. If you are a student, you wish that Anthony Smith was your teacher. Anthony Smith is a strong, powerful, loving individual who was taken by the feds on some bullshit political shit. Because of his strength and his power and how important he is to this movement for freedom. And we say, free Ann. 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 Go ahead, Gabe.
Give it up for y'all. One thing to think about as we begin to close, because as they said, we're going to have some youth speakers speaking. One, there's a lot of food left at the front. From 1:30 on, they have been giving out free food. Is that right? We want to thank our community, our folks. There's a lot of fresh food left. All right? So once we're getting ready to close, they've been here since 1:30, they've been here till 3:30. Support that food effort. Which brings me to my final point. You might be here thinking, how can I contribute to this ongoing work? How can I participate in this movement, in the struggle for Black lives? What does my work mean? How can I best utilize my gifts and talents? First of all, I want to give a shout out to all the independent media in the building today, y'all. See, we can't depend on the so-called mainstream media to tell our narrative. We need trusted sources who we've known for a long time and who are experienced to tell our narrative. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. If you are an independent writer, blogger, you have a good social media network. That work is important and is a critical contribution to this movement. How many of y'all know about our legal observers, y'all? Give them some love, give them some love, make some noise. Why legal observers? Because not only are we in the streets as activists, organizers, mobilizers, they're in the streets, making sure that anything that goes down, they can watch it, and they have the legal acumen for next steps to make sure that our folk come home. If they get imprisoned, if they get kidnapped, they have the legal resources and wherewithal to take care of that business. And so we salute our legal observers. How many of y'all know about our medics, y'all? Our medics. Shout out to our medics in the building. Why medics? See, we're talking about a spectrum of opportunities to work. Some folks have seen this week and in past months how we get brutalized in the streets by a police apparatus that doesn't care about you and I. And so being able to have immediate access to Band-Aids, gauze, and other items are strategically important for this movement. So give it up for them one more time, y'all. Some of y'all have seen signs, banners made. Were they made on their own? No. Were those signs and banners made on their own? No. Somebody had to make them, right? Yeah. Somebody took time and labor to make the banners, to make the signs. That's work. Maybe that's your work. Maybe you have access to graphic design and can do that work. That can be your critical contribution to this movement. Sound good? There are folks walking around with snacks, with water. That water really worked this summer, y'all. Protect the protesters. See, it's very important to be able to maintain and sustain a movement when folk are out for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours long. So being able to purchase those items or make partnerships so that they're given to you, that's still work. That's still work. The supermarkets, the grocery stores. So maybe that's your work. And there's a lot more that goes into this. From securing this sound to making sure that everybody in your network made donations on the PayPal, on the Cash App, on the donation link. All that work is critically important because our goal is to build power. Is that right? Our goal is to build power. That's it. We're working to build power. That's my only concern. Independent power that can create the change in the world that we want to see. So be thinking about what your work can be as well as we build even deeper and more deeply. Because I just listen to things that are done in actions. I ain't talking about the Zoom calls, the Jitsi calls, the Google Docs, and everything else. So thank y'all.
We're going to have a few words real quick from this young brother, Devin Sitcom.
First of all, I want y'all to give a round of applause to yourselves because it's something great that y'all doing right now. Everybody in here, each and every individual in here, y'all are doing something great right now. It took a lot of strength, a lot of courage, and a lot of patience to come out here. That's first of all. Second of all, I want to say thank you. So look, I'm a firm believer that the youth is the future, right? The youth is the future. And the power is in the people. The power is only in the system when the people give the power to the system. The power is in the people. Each and every individual in here. We've got a very diverse group. We're here for one message. Say his name. Walter Wallace. What's his name? Walter Wallace. One more time. Walter Wallace. We're here for one message. One message. The people, the police, the legislators, they're going to try to divide you. Do not let them divide you. We got a lot of people here, a lot of different races, religions, sexual orientations. We are all here for one message. We're one group. They're going to try to divide you. They're going to try to break you down any way possible, any way they can figure out how. We're here for one message. We're going to stand strong because the unity is the power. The power is in the people. The people, I'm sorry. The system is only powerful when the people give the system power. So y'all job out here, the work that y'all doing, y'all build the power through education, through finance. We need more people that are teaching the right things in the schools. We need more people that are teaching the right things in community organizations. They try to take down everything that we're doing, everything that we're doing. We need more children in these community groups, in these community organizations. We need more community organizers. We need people putting y'all kids in the right programs so that they're not out in the streets getting killed by police. We need more people in programs so they know what to do with their time, they know what to do with their knowledge, they know how powerful they are. I'm a strong advocate against gun violence. Amongst all people, not just police, I'm a strong advocate against gun violence of all types. Our young children need to know what guns are, how to use them, how to stay away from them, how to report guns to their older adults, to their influencers, to their role models. They need to know these things. Please, if y'all have children, if y'all have nieces, nephews, little cousins, please find an organization it's plenty of organizations out here. Different positive organizations out here. Please get your children inside these organizations. I live my life by 3 words: peace, love, and positivity. If it's one peace, it's one love and positivity. Can I get your, when I say one peace, y'all say one love. When I say power through, y'all say positivity. One peace,
One love.
power through,
Positivity.
one peace,
One love.
power through,
Positivity.
I want to thank y'all for your time. Please, if y'all take one thing away from what I'm saying, get your kids inside some type of community organization. They've been shutting down community centers. They've been shutting down arts programs. They've been shutting down music programs. These kids need to know different forms of self-expression. They need to know how to express themselves. They need to know how to come together. They need to know how to unify. And you can bring them out here. It's a bunch in this park alone. Find some organizations for our children so they can be educated on the things that you want to be educated on. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. So, I wanted to just mention that there's a brother that's been coming to all of our actions and protests, recording. He's put together a documentary. It is a documentary about the Black Lives Matter movement. It airs tomorrow at 6 p.m. on Apple TV, Roku, Verizon, and online at Philly. It's called Democracy in Black, and you see it at phillycam.org/watch. phillycam.org/watch. Now, again, this is a Black Lives Matter event that we are about to transition to. And this event was put together by Black people for Black people. We do appreciate solidarity. We do appreciate the solidarity of others who come into our community. There are times and there are moments when we need to be here with each other. And this moment is one of those times. So we are going to transition to our Turn Up for Black Youth event. Crystal is going to tell you what to expect at this event. We are asking, while we have this discussion, that our Black family come closer to us, come closer, so we can feel your presence and we can feel your energy.
But before y'all go, we like to close out our actions in a particular kind of way. So even if you are not staying for the turn up, please hold up. Hold up. So,
You want to tell them what to expect first? Or?
yes, I am. So, when I say Black youth, you say turn up. Black youth, 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 turn up. All right, we want that turn up energy.
Hey.
So, we just want to let y'all know that we refuse to allow this system to steal our joy, to stop us from loving on each other, to stop us from being in community with each other. And the Turn Up for Black Youth is a youth-centered event that Black Lives Matter Philly is partnering with the Philadelphia Student Union and the Philadelphia Black Student Alliance on. But let's be clear, all members of our community need to turn up for Black youth, right? Yeah. We all need to turn up for our Black youth, right? So, we are going to have some incredible youth speakers, some youth performers, some youth poets who are going to share with us their ideas, their art, their love for themselves and their community. We are going to do a love march throughout the immediate community here around Malcolm X Park that we invite you to join us with. It's going to have a different vibe. It's going to be all about loving on ourselves, celebrating with our community. We hope you will join us. And then we are going to turn up. We got a DJ on deck, right? There is resistance in our joy. There is resistance in our love for each other. So we hope that you will stick around. We have in the corner right here by 52nd and Pine, we have Groceries for Philly, still giving away free groceries. If you would like to access free groceries, please head to 52nd and Pine. If you look right behind us, we have Charbon Hale Photography with a photo booth. So if you are a young person or a supporter of Black youth, we invite you to come and have a socially distanced photo shoot. And then behind that, we have lots of free giveaways for our young people. We have t-shirts, we have toiletries, we have pins, we have candy, we have food, we have all sorts of wonderful things. So we hope you will stick around. Now, we want to close this action out. Come a little closer, y'all. Come a little closer. Let's get together. Let's get together.
Come on. We here because we love each other.
Come on. Get close, but not too close. Okay?
We right here because we love each other.
Get close, but not too close.
Not too close. Because your life matters.
Right, because your life matters. So, we like to end all of these kind of actions with the words of our dear freedom fighter and liberated political prisoner, Assata Shakur.
That's right.
Throw a fist up if you know who Assata Shakur is. That's right, that's right. So this is a call and response, which means that we want you to repeat after us. And keep in mind the words that we are speaking, it's not just for the gram, right? It's not just a chant. These are actual marching orders, right? We want you to listen to this, and as we go through this, we are going to rise in our volume just like we are rising in our power together, right?
That's right.
All right, now put that fist up.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Put your fists up. Listen to these words and hear them in your spirit and hear them in your heart, because we will be free.